pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Marquita, will you do the invocation for us tonight?
Sure. This evening, our Heavenly Father, we come to you to say thank you for another blessed day. Before we ask you for anything, Father, we just want to thank you. Thank you for life. Thank you for health. Thank you for strength. Thank you for allowing us to come together as one to address the concerns of this city. Now, as we move forth in this meeting, we pray that all that's said and done is pleasing in your sight. We say a special prayer for Pastor Cook in his absence and his family, and we just ask for your continued blessings upon this city. These and many blessings we do ask in thy Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Alderman McNeil, if you would call the roll, sir.
All right. April the 28th, 5:15, Monday board meeting. Alternate, Muncie Johnson. Present. Alternate Lady Judy Jones Cole.
Present.
Alternate Shane Lynch.
Here.
Alternate Leon McNeil present. Alternate Lady Tammy Porter. She said, everybody here.
All right, we got a quorum, so on our old business this time, do we have a motion to approve the April 14th, 2025 regular called board meeting?
Make a motion to approve.
We have a second.
That's it.
Any discussion, board? If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Board, before I don't know, I think before I do the motion on the solid waste bid, I was just gonna let y'all know that we should have any numbers that y'all would want tonight already worked up on different things. And Miss Alicia's got those numbers. And y'all may ask one that we don't have, but I think she has them. And so please reach out to her on those numbers, and he'll help you explain anything on this solid waste bid. And I do want to remind you, this solid waste bid does not have the bulk in it, and that's going to come later. We've never bid out bulk before, but it's got up to over $100,000. I mean, bulk haul off, so that'll be coming later as well. So I'm going to go ahead and say, do we have a motion? I don't know, to approve the 2025 solid waste bid. So we had two bidders, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And these bidders were Republic Service and Rock Solid Waste. So do we have a motion to at least hear those two companies?
So moved.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. Now, board, this is where we get into the discussion part, and I think this is the part that we can talk to each individual solid waste company. Y'all got the breakdown on what each one of them's bid was. We did have it verified by, I think it's written down there, by Floyd Flippin, Michael Hill's office, did review all of this to make sure there wasn't anything that was out of balance, and everything turned out, everything was good. And just to make y'all comfortable that we are not going to be voting on something that's not legally right. So
This is not Floyd Flippin.
no, it's his old office in Milan, Flippin,
His dad's.
Flippin Hill and
Collins.
yes. And so at this time, board, I'll take y'all's direction. If somebody wants to start off the discussion, we've got representatives from both companies here, and with Miss Alicia with numbers as well. And like I say, if we don't have it, we'll get it. But I don't think we missed anything. So,
There's representatives from both. I'd like to hear from both.
all right, so Alderman Lynch wants to hear from both. I wish, Republic Services would start off, your rep here.
Yes, sir.
If you would, just, board, y'all got the package, y'all got the bid package, how much?
Yeah.
And,
Leon's got a question before
Mayor, I
they speak.
would love.
you got a question for
Yeah,
him?
no, for Alicia.
Okay.
I would love for Alicia to come forward and explain these numbers.
Yeah, and
I wanna hear from them.
Yes, and she will. And she will. I know you wanting to break down who's got is pay, who's is the highest and who's the
I know
lowest.
who's high,
Yes, and
but what I want her to come before the board and explain what the breakdown on this, 1 year CPIU, and that's right there, I'm more concerned with that
okay,
right there.
yeah, and we figured you would because it's sort of complicated on the numbers and who's and what's and when's, and so we did some work on the front end to try to get it. So, sir, we're gonna get Miss Alicia, Mr. Porter, Mr. McNeil, and Mr. Lynch and other board members. I know y'all have looked this over, so please, she can answer just about anything you want to know. And
Yeah, I
sir,
like
we'll
her.
get back to you,
Yeah,
okay?
I like for her to come right here. Right here. And stand before this board and explain the difference in the price rate, because we got the price rate on one, that's Republic, which they the lowest. But this other one can, we understand it's going up to $28 on the first day one, then it's got the CPIU. Why come they didn't give us some figures on the CPIU?
All right, so every year, the Consumer Price Index for urban areas, that's what that is. It goes up based on inflation. There's a lot of factors that I don't understand. But I would imagine they did this and didn't put hard figures in just so they could cover themselves and make sure that when their prices go up, they can raise ours to make sure they cover their expenses and their revenues. I feel like that's why they didn't give you a hard number.
What type of percentage and value still ain't that?
This year, I looked it up and it was 2.5. So that's what the Consumer Price Index for 2025 was. Now, I can't tell you what the next year's gonna be. I can tell you at year 5, Republic is still cheaper than year 1.
I
That's
saw
solidly.
that. I saw that.
Yes, sir.
So that CPIU could fluctuate on $1 million at 2.5%. That could hit pretty good per year.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no telling what we'll pay.
Yes, sir.
Ain't that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, there's,
So you put them numbers down on 2.5% on $1 million, and we're talking about a $5 million contract here. Those figures could be, cause
Significant.
taxpayers a pretty good lick, just on
Yes, sir.
utility bill alone, right?
yes, sir.
That's all I want to know.
Let me ask this here. Mr. Leon was talking about that number there, and it was 2.5%. On the contract, I know the
Per year.
Republic was gonna go up 5% per year for the next 5 years. And so we got that, it's pretty clean. What about Rock Solid? Now, what was theirs?
Their percentage is gonna be based on that Consumer Price
Okay.
Index for urban areas,
We
which
can change it there.
So they, yes.
it fluctuates, it depends on the economy.
And it's a federal government sets that?
Yes, sir.
And see,
Okay.
then you got in 5 years, with Republic, it's, right now, in 5 years, it'll be at 24, 29 versus the solid class gonna be at 28.50 from day one.
Yes, sir.
And it take 5 years for them, it's still gonna be knocked down on $4 and about 70 cents right here.
Yes, sir.
So that's 2.5% on $500,000 million per year. That's, my God, that's a good lot of money for taxpayers.
Let me ask you a question. The increase to the citizen, how much would that be? Do we have, just a rough estimate, and not, just somewhere close to?
My rough
what-
estimate, so if we went with Republic, you're looking, I talked to you this morning about this.
Right.
was it?
2140, break even? Is it 24?
Yeah, we were
40?
talking about what we
21.
might set it
Yeah.
at versus, it was gonna be a 60% increase if we went
Right.
with rock solid. We
Yeah.
know that, it'd at least have to be like 32.
It was 50% with Republic,
Yeah, with Republic, it was 15%
15.
is what we might have to go up on.
But see, if you stick with this first year right here, we already paying this, right?
We're paying 1903 right now, but we're
So it
losing
ain't-
money, so we'll have to
Well,
go up
it ain't but-
regardless.
Yeah, just 60 cent, 68 cent, okay.
Alder
Versus-
McNeil, I think the number that I saw for us to be right at even was like $21.40 or something like that. And that's, that's our side. And the break even on the, and looks like Republic's gonna be the 21.64, and then rock solid's gonna be $30.
Yeah, that's just to break
But-
even
but
and
see-
pay
That's
the
to
bills.
break even.
But see, Mayor, one reason I want to get this out the way first, because one of the things that we do got, when you talk of this type of money, and me and you have been over there, I dealt with the utility company on it, and so far, we've been keeping the price down for taxpayers,
Yes.
utility, water, sewer, all that, kind of keeping it down.
We
So
don't-
this is gonna go into your utility bill. We paying it now through our utility bill, right?
That's right.
It's paid. So regardless, this gonna affect the widows and the poor peoples with this, if they get a big thing. We dealing with people right now, they ain't been able to pay the utility bill, so when you talk about adding more money to a utility bill, it's gonna jack it on up there higher. I mean, right now, for as my district, we can't afford that, but I'm here to, and I've been clear, Mayor, I've been honest.
Yes, sir, you-
I've been fair about raising taxes or raising any money that's gonna hurt the poor and the widows and orphans in this town. And I'm sticking with it right here, right now.
Well, Alderman,
Now, I'm willing to listen to anybody that come forward, but
McNeil, that's
the
what
reason I
I,
brought her up here first, for she can justify and show
Yes, sir.
where this type of money is.
and
Let's make sure we clear that point, that we don't set the utility rates for water, or electricity, or anything like that.
What
Right,
I'm
they
saying.
just-
Well,
they
okay,
just
let's
collect
let's
our
set the
garbage.
Let's set the record straight on that, okay? What I'm saying is that over the years, even with the utility company, we have talked to them, they kept rates real low for the citizens of Humboldt.
How do we know that?
We know,
That's
so
what
we
they
get,
tell us.
we
How do
get,
we know
we
that?
get a utility bill. We get a utility bill, and they rates is
My-
set.
my-
They base
rates
it
are
on
not-
what TBA does.
That's
So
TBA, but we ain't had no,
we have
what
no
you said.
control over that.
No, we ain't got no control, but it's been at something that we could afford. The only bills I see now that we got, it's in the winter time. And these folks get $600, $700, $800 utility bills. Well, it might be good for Alderman John to pay, or Miss Coleman, or Alderman Shane Lynch, or Miss Porter, myself. But the other peoples, our poor people on fixed income disability folks, they barely could make it.
and that's,
That's all I'm saying, you
And,
know, so we can't base something up on our standards. Yeah, I could pay for a raise, God knows I could, God permission. Alderman Johnson, Alderman Lynch and all, but our job is to look out for them people right out there. The poor, and the needy, and the widows. And I refuse to do anything that's gonna hurt any poor people, when God told us that he blessed you to be a blessing to these poor people. I refuse to hurt them,
and,
because of what somebody else wants.
and the utilities do our billing for
They
us.
do
on
all our
the Senate-
billing for us.
On the billing, on there, and so if one of them's $2 raise, your utility bill will go up $2. One of them's $8, it'll go up $8, no matter what, because it's gotta pay for that sanitation.
It's tied in there.
They are, our-
Thank you, I ain't got no more
they are our
questions.
vendor, and they charge us in
Good
the,
job.
about 8% to collect. Did we figure that up? It was what Jenny, the utilities charge us about 8% of what they collect.
I did a whole
And,
spreadsheet, it was
5 point.
5.67% over a year.
Yeah, so they
Fluctuates
charge us
every month.
5% to collect for us. And, they've been really good about keeping that low too, because I've had, they give us a break when you can, they have. And of course, they got administrative fees to get that to us. So anyway,
Somebody else have any?
No, I think you answered everything I wanted to ask.
Are you good, Mayor?
yeah, I'm good, and it's,
I'm good, Alicia.
Board, y'all got any more questions to ask about the money side? It's gonna come up, we're gonna come back to it here in a minute.
But 2.5% on $1 million a year, that's a good lift. That's a lot of money. And the consumer's gonna have to eat that.
Well, that's 2.5 on one vendor is 5 on the other, right?
Yeah, one, that's just on one, that's 5%.
So it's
That's
2.5.
Talking about these dollars.
So one of them's 5, one of them's 2.5, but you don't really know if that 2.5 is gonna stay there.
That's right.
Public's 5, we know that.
All right, board, y'all ready to, discuss, get, Mr. the gentleman from Republic back up here, and we'll ask him any questions you need to.
Yes, sir.
Well, Mr. Republic,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you, some years ago, I called a special meeting right here in this town. Man, we was at the old chamber building or something, wasn't we?
Yes, sir.
Right there beside the office.
Yes, sir.
I want to get rid of y'all. And y'all came back and said y'all gonna do better. Now, I ain't no chamber game. I ain't pleased with what you've been doing. But I'm also ain't pleased with beating the taxpayers out no money neither. So, I don't know how it's gonna go the rest of my constituents gonna vote on this thing, but I've been neutral. I said I would not base no opinion until I got documented. I wasn't gonna meet with you, and I wasn't gonna meet with them. I refused to. I want to get this in my hand before I say anything to anybody, so I can have a clear cut to whatever happened tonight. But I have never been pleased with y'all, and I said that. We called a special call meeting with the citizens of this town about y'all, we packed a little building out. And y'all, I think y'all got bought out or something, didn't you? Brother, Republican, y'all switched names or something.
Yeah, they bought Barker
Barker Brothers,
Brothers, that's right.
Been Barker Brothers. We've been.
but y'all switched your name,
Well, you still see your Barker Brothers car sitting on the curb.
that's the same thing.
And those will slowly, as we've been working with
Now, my question
Gina
is,
and several.
what would you do different if you get this contract? I see here you got $24 in 5 years, versus they got $28.50 in 5. And I mean, my God, whatever the CPIU is, that'll be $40, $50 and $75. But 100 might be 100. But I see $24 and 29 cents in 5 years with y'all. And that to me, I think the citizens of this town can eat that. So what would you do different?
What would I do different?
Yeah.
I would still take care of the citizens of Humboldt. You know, like any other business, you have ups, you have downs. You know, we run trucks, we run a fleet of trucks, we run a massive fleet of trucks. Just like anybody else, you're gonna have breakdowns, you're gonna have areas where you're gonna have delays in service. We try to avoid that at the max, but sometimes that's unavoidable. Therefore, we communicate with the representatives represented here in this room, and we'll continue to serve the citizens of Humboldt just like we always have. At a cheaper rate.
Yeah, y'all all over state office around. Y'all big.
How many days a week do you bring a bulk truck?
5 days.
5 days?
5 days unless there's an issue, and we've had issues in the past, unless some days we'll run ahead a day, some days we don't get to run ahead a day, sometimes we run behind a day, then we try to get in here and we try to get it caught up. And I would personally speak, I'm sure there's a couple opinions in here, but we all know the Strawberry Festival is 2 weeks away. And I'd say right now, from what I've seen, this town looks as good as it has probably in the last 5, 6, 7 years, as far as service and debris on the streets.
Yeah, y'all been on it till last week, I'll give you that. I've seen more Republic trucks in the last week than I've seen in years, so.
I do know you gotta turn over the driver, 'cause I know one used to run our street down there, he's real good, you can't help, whatever happened to him, get to him. And I know they was good, I talked to them, man, they was on the money. So I understand a turnover, 'cause I deal with the truck, and I understand that turnover, you just don't ever know when somebody might walk off the job in the truck again. I understand that.
Number one, we're not gonna put unsafe people in these trucks, on these streets, or these people in this room, or anybody else in this town. And yes, you are correct, since 2020, everybody that runs a business, I'm pretty sure you can attest, since 2020, staffing is a challenge. Or especially when you got more people, you got more challenge. But safety is a priority, and I'm not gonna put an unsafe person in a truck up and down these streets out here.
Is there any way to verify that 5 days a week with a bulk truck?
There is different situations, there's Samsara, all of these trucks that run in this town or anywhere in the fleet of Republic, they have Samsara cameras. And at any given point, I can pull anybody a snapshot of that camera where that truck's being in this town and give you a timeline. of when that truck has been in this town.
Is there any other way to verify it besides through the public?
Other than communicating with us, communicating with the driver, communicating with Gina, Marquita, Selena.
So when we need the bulk truck or we have something, we call City Hall and then they send an email, is that correct? To you?
They're on a route, Alderman Lynch, that they're supposed to be. They used to be on a route, was right before, or right after the garbage pickup, so they was in the same route. And I'm about sure that's got out of, it's got out of balance.
I just had a couple of calls and when I called the City Hall, I was told that they would send an email
Yes.
to y'all.
We
Don't
get
have to
them,
wait
and
to
then
get
they get a
answers.
response, and then they get addressed. I just addressed one pertaining to 19th Street from a legal dump. There was some, but we took care of the situation, so.
Sir, you've been with Republic, you've been in your position how long?
I've been in this position with Republic right here for 3 years.
All right.
I've been with Republic for 23
Now,
years.
the position you at in Humboldt, are you new? Are you new?
No.
As older?
No, sir.
Well, you know as well as I do the problems we've had.
Yes, sir.
Our number one complaint at City Hall, and Miss Selena and all the ladies trying to answer these phones, number one would have to be a Republic. It is, and you know, we've talked
Yep.
about it. And we've done things to try to help you all out.
Correct.
You know, we never could get y'all to deliver broken cans. So now you just bring the cans and we deliver them. We pay for that. To get the citizens a new can as quick as possible. And we got Public Works doing a great job with that, and y'all doing a great job delivering them. We don't run out that off, but Miss Selena keeps up the list. And so that helped out a lot, helped y'all out a lot, helped us out a lot too, because we don't get the complaints. But
There's also calls that comes in directly to the office that don't never touch City Hall that we
Yeah.
send. So there's ones that don't nobody ever know about until they got a new card.
but we've had lots of complaints, but that's normal in the garbage business, complaints. We've also went to the Better Business Bureau and checked both companies, and of course, y'all are a large company and lots of complaints, and on y'all, not very many on the others. But it's not fair for me to bring up. That's not apples to apples. They're not been running. They're not been doing what y'all been doing, but we want the best service at the best price for our citizens. And that's what we want. That's all. It's really simple. And we're talking 5 years from 5 years, we stuck with you. And so I would hope that if this board votes for y'all to get the contract, that y'all would do a better job. Mr. Leon was talking about, was you there at the meeting? We had a public meeting. It wasn't nice. And
I think that was the one where I got the carts brought back.
yeah.
They
And
was gonna try to run them out of office, and then we brought the carts back where the city was helping us.
It had got to that point. We just had to let the public know we're doing something.
We had a meeting with this board a year or so ago.
Yeah, that's
That was
right.
it.
No, that wasn't the one.
That wasn't the one he's talking
No,
about.
the one
No.
we called, special call meeting up by the mayor office uptown.
Yeah, there at the chamber building.
Yeah,
Then-
the
I don't think I was
outside the mayor
involved.
office, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
wasn't
you
involved in
were.
that.
Yeah,
It's been probably 3 years ago.
yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah.
Miss Gina's here too, Board, if y'all want to ask her any questions. She,
Now, I can say one thing, verify that the cameras and audio activity in the truck. I go by that every night. I got a tablet I keep with me. I sign in on, when I sign into it, those cameras and audio system come on in my vehicle, automatic. I can't delete it. They gotta go to the tech in order to delete anything. The film, the audio, whatever going on in that truck. So I feel you on that. That's the way it is right now. That's how we can get you.
That's the way
We
it's
call
the
it your
future.
tech department and tell them we want documentation. That's the law.
That's what we do, Alderman McNeil, now on bulk,
On
on the big bulk haul-offs. They do a screenshot right there in the bill as they haul it off. And that's how, when they send it in, we've got a copy of it, just like that. And, because we never knew before if they got 5 haul-offs or what. Because at certain times, you're gonna get a lot more bulk than you are, right? This month, everybody's cleaning their yards up for the festival, you're gonna have bulk
Everybody.
out the road. But anyway, board,
Typical for spring.
yeah, it's everywhere.
So what's your sales pitch? Let's hear it.
I'm
What,
gonna take care of the
what are you
citizens.
gonna offer us?
Just like I have for the last 20-plus years. I don't know how many of y'all remember when we took this place over from Waste Management, when they abandoned this city. We come in here, and at that time, we didn't have all the laws that we do now. But we had drivers and trucks that laid into this town for 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night, get y'all cleaned up. So that same service still stands today. Sometimes we fall short, sometimes we exceed, but we'll continue to take care of the citizens of this town.
And minimum wage land screws to Humboldt. Okay, I'm good with it.
Board, y'all got any more questions to ask this young man? Sammy, Mr. McNeil, y'all got anything? Mr. Lynch,
No, sir.
Julie?
No, sir. You say you have a bulk truck
We have
5
two.
days a week?
We have 2. If something happens to the blue one that y'all see running around here, there's a spare that sits in Jackson. So sometimes you'll see a blue one, sometimes you'll see a black bed with a white cab.
Miss Gina, may I ask you something? I'm through. Miss Gina said, please don't ask me nothing.
I do not want to do that.
Now, Miss Gina, do you, now, you can just blink at me if you don't want to talk, but do you feel like Republic is doing a better job? Now, we've had a lot of meetings and we've done a lot of talking
Let's
now.
don't put her on the spot.
I know, but all she has to do is blink. She wants to go out because
No, she needs to be put on.
because she's the number one front
She's
person.
personal deal with it, so yeah, she needs to be put on the spot.
No, I just don't want to say anything negative.
Okay, that's good. All right,
Well,
that's
just
good.
tell
Thank
the
you.
truth. You ain't got nothing to say. If you tell the truth,
Well, you're okay. Sit down, because, if you don't mind. Because we know she said she don't want to say anything negative, so she would probably have complaints. So, so let's, thank you. Board, y'all got anything else to ask?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir.
and I don't know about the.
Okay.
Now, our rep from Red Rock is here, and y'all know we just got through with Republic, so y'all just go ahead and, board, just ask questions. Y'all got paperwork there that you can work off of, and just go for it. Just be respectful.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex, this is Michael. We're here to talk about the solid waste proposal. Thank you for letting us bid on it. Thank you for having us here today. Throughout our meetings, I know that Mayor, Alderman, city staff, they have a commitment to keeping the city clean, and you all should be commended for that. So we're happy to take any questions that you got.
I don't know why y'all didn't do like Republic, you did this one came at 2850. What made you do 2850?
That was
Now,
the-
y'all ain't big, y'all just what, getting started off in this business?
Well, I wouldn't say we're necessarily getting started off in the business, but we're not as big as the other bidder. You're correct about that.
And we the only town you'll be working for.
The only municipal contract we'll have, yes.
Yeah, so y'all ain't got no other municipal contract.
No,
So
we
Humboldt
don't.
will be fall up on that thing. It's an experiment thing to go on, right?
Well, I don't know that it's an experiment thing. It would be the only municipal contract that we have if we're fortunate enough to get awarded it tonight. We have about 2,500 county customers that we're privileged to service every week, and, yeah, if we get Humboldt, we're gonna work ourselves to death to make sure all the garbage is out of here. So, yes, sir, you're right.
But why 2850 per can? What they give you those figures?
That was the price of what we have to do with the new cans and our equipment and paying our employees a good wage, and we divided it out, and that's the price that we came up with, sir.
All right, then-
So everybody have a new can by when? 30 days, 60 days?
We would have a new can, everybody would have a new can in 2 weeks.
For several thousand people.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the CPIU, what made you come up with that instead of giving us a straight figure?
Well, I took that information off the bid document when it said in there in the RFP that the price per year should not raise any more than the CPIU that was stated in there. So I went with what the city's RFP said.
What city? Alicia, what was it, what was it then?
For the request for proposals, they should be.
Is that,
I got
No, I
one,
just brought the bids.
I got one
didn't
that
bring
did
the
see,
request for proposals. I
it did
had
say
lawyers look over it.
CP.
let me ask you a question, if y'all don't mind. Alderman McNeil, I sort of see where you're going with that, because Republic is solid on their 5% for 5 years. And they're not solid, they're using the CPU as what they would go up.
CPI.
Oh, CPI, yeah. So it's two different things, and it could, if the economy went bad, it could go past 5%. We would hope not be that
Yeah,
bad.
the economy, hopefully the economy's not gonna go bad and it's gonna.
So would you agree that your increase, in theory, would be less than what Republic's would be?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now that sounds real good,
Yes, sir.
but your price is the part that's, what, $8 or something more than the other?
Yes, sir.
customer. Now, that's the part you're gonna have to get over with this board. You're gonna have to,
And hopefully, everybody will think about the value that we'll add. I know that as somebody mentioned, a lot of city employees, a lot of city hall employees are working with the trash issue. Hopefully, we can alleviate some of that, and then those city employees can go back to doing their jobs, and that'll be a savings.
Okay, let me ask something.
Yes, sir.
On this, on the CPIU, in a year's time, if it's at 2.5% on $1 million, what is those figures?
2.5% on $1 million, that's,
25,000.
I like it.
Anybody, listen, give me 2.5% on $1 million.
25%, 25,000.
25,000.
I was just start marking out zeros.
Okay, that's 25,000. That's 25,000.
Yes, sir.
And then you do a breakdown on that, so it falls right back to the consumer paying that the first year if we give y'all a contract.
So do 5% as they're gonna do, 5% to $1 million. It's gonna be twice as much.
With Barker Bros. in 5 years, it's 24-29. Is that not right?
They said 5%.
Barker Brothers?
No, Republic.
I don't care what it is. Republic. Ain't 24, ain't, it's 5 years, ain't just right?
Your breakdown should be there every 5 year.
Every 5 years,
plan.
it's 24-29.
Pretty sure that's right.
And I'm pretty sure ain't nobody around here could touch that or complain if they see the utility bill for extra few dollars. But just CPIU, that's a whole different ballgame.
But that's what we put into the request, was it needed to be at least CPIU, correct?
At least.
At least the CPIU.
Now,
That was in what both sides had the same thing to bid on, and that's what the paper stated was CPIU.
And that was that got
But
a
they gave us a
minimum.
breakdown on figures.
I understand.
They didn't give us no breakdown on no figures.
But when the deal to do the contract says it must meet the CPIU, okay?
Right.
Who can predict in 5 years what that CPIU would be?
The Republicans just done it.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. They just went a
base it on
straight
CPIU.
5%.
They did a straight
They
5%.
did straight 5.
Okay.
Yeah, they was-
The requirements in the bid
Single price
was
index.
the CPIU. One followed the bid, one did not follow the bid.
But it's cheaper.
We don't know that.
Well, we'll
We can't predict the future.
We'll solve this right here, right now, man. We got both of them sitting right here, right now. We can solve it right now. Republican, what's the difference in your bid and their bid on the CPIU?
If I can better control my cost, as far as, your diesel fuel.
Stand up, come on up here.
I can better control my costs as far as your variables and your diesel fuel, your new equipment, your carts, different things of that such. I can control that.
But your proposal is 5% each year, okay? Theirs is based on the, and you had the same thing, it should be based on the CPIU, okay? And you did 5%, CPIU was, this year was
2.5,
2.5%. Okay, I just looked at a 10-year graph, and the most it's gone up is 3.2% in 10 years.
For saying all
We
that,
paying 19, the taxpayers are paying $19.98 on their utility bill.
We may have to do a roll call.
If they get theirs right there, it's $28.50 plus. I mean, matching numbers ain't no comparison.
I'm not arguing with you.
You ain't gotta argue with me, 'cause I'm looking at
I'm
the
just
numbers.
saying, one,
Our arguments shouldn't be with each other no way, ultimately. Their thing should be talking to them. I'm looking
Sir,
at the
all
same
I'm-
documents you talking about.
Sir, all I'm saying is one group followed the deal, which was no more than the CPIU, and the other one did a straight 5%,
right.
okay?
But me and you shouldn't be talking
But
to each
the
other.
contract said, or
Me-
to bid, it said
But me and
CPIU.
you shouldn't be talking to each other. There's not a thing about me and you talking to each other. Either the mayor talk, or Alicia talk, or Waste Management them talk.
I'm just trying to explain a point, sir.
Well, they the one can explain the point.
Could you explain that point for me, somebody? Either
Alicia just
Alicia
got up here
or
and explained
Mayor?
that.
We ain't gonna talk.
Well, we'll just go back, the CP,
Everybody off the list for talking to me.
I'm just saying, the CPIU may not be 5%.
and here's the key to it. If it is 5%, one of the vendors is way higher than the other.
Now what vendor is that?
Well, one
We
of
gotta
them,
vote on one of them.
I know, one of them's $30, one of them 21, that, you figure that out.
That's gonna be the rescue right here.
And so, they just did, when you take Red Rock, since they haven't ever bid a municipality before, they just didn't put a straight 5% in there.
Sometimes you gotta go with the history.
And sir, please quit interrupting our meeting. And so one of them did it one way and one did it another. And in the end, if the economy goes bad and all that change, it could be 7% in 5 years.
Could be.
And we have been working with one of the companies with a 5% increase for my whole 12 years. That's normal for them. And so one of them used one strategy and one used the other. And one of them's twice as high as the other, but the other one was 2.5% will bring they was just trying to bring their number down the best they could. And not using 5% like the others. So it's plain there who is the cheapest and by how much.
If you're working off a budget, I'm showing you what you're gonna be paying in 5 years. If you can budget off that, then I'm showing you what you'll be paying in 5 years versus
Yes,
the
sir.
variable.
And we'll know that too for budget time because the Bureau of Labor and Statistics will put out their CPIU.
Board, are y'all all satisfied with the one company's price versus the other ones, even with the addition?
Mayor, you the mayor, put you on the spot. What do you think?
Well,
Let's let Rock Solid finish their deal.
yeah, but let them finish, see what they gonna say. They may have a rabbit in a hat, and when they get to at the end, they gonna yank it out, and we say, "Oh my God, why didn't you start off with that?"
'Cause if
You got a
look-
rabbit, let's
You got
see it.
commercial rates too that need to be considered.
Yeah. I'm still, if anybody has any questions, I'm still happy to answer them before I figure out how I'm gonna pull a rabbit out.
So what's your sales pitch?
Our sales pitch,
When we first spoke to the city and spoke to the alderman and heard the complaints, the chief complaints was, and from what I've learned tonight at the meeting for going back years and years and years, have been complaining, has been a service issue. So when we met with them to come up to that $28.50 price, which you asked about earlier, it wasn't just random numbers. It was, what can we do to dedicate, to make sure that we don't overpromise and underdeliver, which is what's happened here years and years and years and years.
Let me ask
So
you,
we,
hold on.
yes,
Let me ask you, no, I'm gonna let him finish talking. Who did you meet with?
we met with the mayor,
Right, well, that's who you're supposed to meet with, okay.
right,
And who else you meet with?
with Miss Gina.
Okay.
And others.
And who else?
We had a room full of folks in.
Who else you
When
meet
we
with?
were,
Willie was there.
Willie was there.
I was at that meeting.
You was at that meeting because,
I was at
they,
that
they wanted to bid, and we had never had another bidder before.
Okay, but outside all of that,
And
who
so-
else did you meet with? Besides the mayor, Gina?
I've only been to a couple of meetings, so I'm sorry, I don't want to forget anybody's name. I believe Mr. Lasser was at one of the meetings. I don't want to forget everybody's name. I apologize.
And Mr. Laster was there as well.
Yes.
And we just wanted them to introduce themselves as a new vendor, and that's what they did.
Okay, y'all met with all of them.
Yeah, we met with them and.
Did you meet with any of the board members?
Yes, Mr. Lynch was there.
I just told you.
Anybody aside, Mr.
And who else?
I met with them.
I've met with them.
Yeah.
So y'all
Yeah,
met
I believe, I'm sorry. I thought you
They
meant
asked
city.
you to meet.
Did
You
you
don't
know-
want
They-
to.
I
I sent
apologize.
you-
I thought you
I
meant
sent
city.
you-
I thought you meant
what?
city of.
No, I'm
So
not.
what? I sent you the phone numbers to me. You said
Right.
you didn't want to meet
They-
with them.
I'm
met
sorry, I thought you meant
individually.
city officials. These were the.
Sorry,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, I didn't meet with them.
They met individually.
I don't do that.
So what?
They met individually.
That's right, I don't do
What's
that.
the argument?
They met individually with me, Tammy,
What's the argument?
Julie, and Monty.
Yep. And I've sent you the.
And not all
information for
three
you to
of them
meet
met
them.
with
No,
everybody.
I'm saying I didn't meet
Yeah.
with them because.
As
I
long
wanted
as
to
we
see-
don't meet all together
We never
and
met all
consider a
together.
vote,
No,
then
no,
there's
no,
not a
I didn't
problem.
meet
We
with
didn't
them.
violate any kind of
No,
sunshine.
what I'm saying ultimately, I didn't meet with them.
That's by your choice.
That
That's
was
your
my
choice.
choice.
That's
When
your
they
choice.
reached out to me to
Let
speak
me
with
tell you
me,
something.
I felt
I
like it
didn't
was
meet with y'all,
respectful to speak
And I'll
with
tell
them.
you why I didn't meet with y'all. Because we talking about $5 million. And I think I'd have been wrong. Now, when I had a meeting set up
Well, why you
with
mad that we met with
Republicans, I called a community meeting for everybody to come and ask questions. And I told other people, no, don't meet in the when you dealing with this type of money. I ain't got nothing to hide, but I didn't meet with y'all.
They didn't have
Because
anything
I
to
want to
hide
be,
either.
I want to be fair. When I see you face to face and look in your face, I want to be fair. Don't want to give you no wrong feeling one way or another. I'm for you or against you. I want to see document and get information about y'all and Republic. But when I make a decision, I'm making a decision on what's fair instead of going back in the public and get saying, well, they met with them people, they might have made a deal with them, anything. See what I'm saying?
Sure, I understand. I thought you meant city officials, so I apologize
No,
for
you
the
make no deal with
misunderstanding.
nobody.
But to go on with our, from the meetings we had with the city of Humboldt, the biggest thing we heard was service issues, and service issues for a long time. And so when we were formulating the bid to what we could do to make sure that we didn't overpromise and underdeliver, we knew we needed dedicated drivers for not just the trash pickup, but for the bulk waste, and also a project manager who is in Humboldt 5 days a week. So there is no longer city officials in Humboldt having to supplement the trash company that takes care of the city of Humboldt. So we've tried to put a whole lot of stopgaps in place. We listened, we took notes, we made sure, okay, what are some of the complaints? What are some ways that we can help? And there are costs associated with that. It's not an arbitrary number. It's a very specific number for us to do. Alex here will be the point person. We don't want city officials to have to help deliver cans. We don't want city officials to have to help pick up trash. We bought equipment in preparation for this contract. We hired CDL drivers for this contract. We had them vetted. We're ready to go for the city of Humboldt, but we wanted to make sure that we did every single thing that we said. So again, the number is not arbitrary. The number is very, very specific, so we can deliver on the promises made. And yes, this is our first municipal contract, and we want it to go very, very well. So when and if the future, if we were to ever grow, we would use this as a test case, right? We're not a republic. We're not a republic. We're a very small business, but this is a small town, and we're from here, right? I've lived in Medina for years and years and years. I live in Madison County now. All of our employees work in Gibson County. We house our trucks, not in Union City. We don't run multiple city routes. We house our trucks in Trenton at a mechanic's office to make sure that they're serviced every single week to stay on the road. We have backup trucks. All of these things are really, really important to us, because of these meetings, we thought it was very important for y'all. And we want to make sure we can deliver on what was asked.
What about community involvement? I noticed I was in Rutherford the other day, stopped at the ballpark to pass out some Strawberry Festival books, and I noticed the sign had Rock Solid on the bottom of it. Maybe y'all provided that, or?
We do, and a lot of the communities, the smaller communities that we serve for our county pickup, we're very involved, from sports sponsorships to school sponsorships. We are actually in is it the Teapot this weekend?
The Teapot.
The Trenton Teapot.
Teapot.
And Festival, yeah, we try to be very good members of the community of where our customers are.
But at the same time, that's not helping these poor people on fixed income with the utility bill with y'all high prices right here. We gotta eat that. I mean, everything else sounds good. You're a salesman, I understand that. I've been around a bunch of salesmen. I mean, you're a salesman. You good. But at the end of the day, how is that gonna help the widows, the poor, and the offering that on fixed income when they get high utility bill and y'all still raising y'all product?
I don't know that they're serviced when their trash isn't picked up and their bulk waste is missed. And I'm not a salesman. I've been in small business for 20 plus years.
I'm talking about this $28 you're gonna start off at. That's gotta go on this utility bill. That's how you gonna get your money. Then it's gonna go up.
That's how
some
we're
more.
gonna get the money to pay.
The
Minus
customer that
5%.
is on a fixed income, as well as the customer that makes $150,000 a year, they all deserve great service. And so that does come with a cost, but that customer that is on a fixed income, that's living on, their Social Security or whatever, they have something to be prideful about too. They have a home here in Humboldt. They don't want, when they have friends over, they have family members over, they deserve to have their trash picked up, they deserve to have their bulk waste picked up. And yes, that does come with a cost, but I'm not saying it's a small cost. I'm not trying to minimize that. But those people deserve great service also. And from what we hear, that service has not been provided.
So you would be located in Humboldt every day
Yes, sir.
that trash pickup
Yes,
took
sir.
place? And be
Working.
coordinating bulk trucks, trash trucks?
Working with all of you, Gina, the mayor's office, and the employees of the company.
And right now, we call Union City, correct? Send emails or text
The
messages
city
or
will have a
whatever?
direct line to Alex, myself, to Chuck. It can go through email if it needs to, but we will be a direct contact.
Well, one of the things,
Go ahead.
one of the things out here, when I got this information, I did do me a little like survey in the neighborhood and asking folks how they feel. You know what he told me? Said if we're gonna raise our utility bill or tax, we'd rather keep what we got. People out here that don't wanna pay no extra money on utility bills. That's where y'all fail to realize that right now. I mean, y'all good salesmen, but when you get through, when the poor people, the widows and all, get those checks once a month, utility bill more than what they can pay because y'all add more to it, that makes a difference. So I ain't self-centered. I'd rather deal with Republicans than to take dime from a widow offering. I can't do it myself.
Well,
But
tonight,
now, I've been through that, and one thing what I've talked to already says, look here, I'd rather to stick with Republicans than to have one dime raised up when we had to go through program. And I helped some of them people over one time. I know what I'm talking about. I can't speak for nobody that's on this board.
Yes, sir.
I can give you one case.
But I'm just saying, when you get to talking about raising people's utility bill and their taxes, and every year instead of going up in their taxes and all that stuff there, it creates a problem.
Right.
Let me give
Which
you-
that's gonna happen no matter who you go with, is that correct?
If I could give you one instance in my district, okay? There's a couple that have had 4 weeks with brush piles in front of their house. And Republic's picked up twice in 4 weeks. And they've only picked up one pile. You get what you pay for.
I've got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
My question is I know all the ladies at the mayor's office, they get tons of phone calls for the trash, and it's overwhelming at times. Would you pick up, or would y'all, who would be picking up some of these phone calls if you were gonna be the liaison? Would you relieve some of these calls from them?
Absolutely,
That's the only thing I'd ask.
absolutely.
We get, yeah, we've been
Yeah,
slaughtered.
cause I know they get slaughtered, I mean,
But
And
with
the
the
same
board,
thing with our county customers, when we provide great service, we minimize phone calls also, right? So when there's less problems, there's less phone calls. Coming to y'all, coming to us, so that's kind of, you know, they go hand in hand.
sir, do you
What do you
think?
think, Mayor?
Well, let me just ask a question here. Sir, do you feel like that we're gonna get $8 more service from y'all than we did from Republic?
You're gonna get $20 more worth of service for $8.
Because that's sort of, you know, if you're gonna get what you pay for, are we gonna get $8 a month more service from you all than we are getting from Republic?
Far more.
And so you never did pull a rabbit out of the hat, and we just kept waiting on that.
It's not-
But it's all about the money, and this board here is charged to
Do what's
look
best
at
for the
these
city.
numbers, and that's right. And so, board, you know, I'm ready for you all to come to a conclusion.
Mayor, well, it all depends on, he said best for the city of Humboldt. It all depends on who you ask. It ain't way out both ways right there. If you ask one section over here, they got one thing to say. You ask another section over here, they got another thing to say. Now, if we for what's best for the community, we gotta look at these prices. For some reason, you don't wanna look at these prices. Like you said, you get what you pay for. But, like I said, Alderman Johnson need to pay his bills. Alderman Coleman, you, and me, we able, God bless us.
And I understand.
We blessed, man. You have to pay your bill.
But we could
What
all
about this
be
little-
in bad shape
But
tomorrow.
I'm telling you, but what about this little widow woman on a $900 a month check, or the offering of the poor and the needy? That's what we fail to realize and don't want to discuss. That's what the problem is with
No,
me.
Alderman McNeil, you're very clear on that, and I don't think
And you
there's
have
much,
addressed this with me in the
I don't
past,
think
man.
there's no discussion on your part. You're very clear that we do not want to go up $8 and, or $9 on poor people's, and you keep bringing up utilities. That's just the billing
Yeah.
where we get the money.
Yeah, that's right.
We can't control their
No.
electric use or their water
Yeah.
use or
And
anything
so-
like that. We don't set any
I
of those
understand that, but
prices.
It's very-
When you
anything
get
like
the
that.
bill off, when we pay our bill, we pay it all at one lump.
It's
I
very,
understand.
it's very
It's all in
clear
one
that,
lump.
that you do not want to go up $8 and whatever. That's very clear.
Just
And,
remember, a rising tide raises all the ships.
and so that's what this board is going to have to make a decision on tonight.
Right, sometimes do, you know.
If y'all want
We need to do
to,
what's best for the
Yeah,
city.
you wanna do what's best for the city, but you
For-
ain't doing what's best for the widows and the orphans, ultimately. You keep talking about what's best for the city, you do what's best for yourself. You ain't talking about the widows
No,
and the
sir.
orphans and the poor.
No, sir, I did not allude to that in any form or fashion.
Rising
And I take
tides and all that.
well, a rising tide raises all the ships.
But Mayor, whatever y'all
We're
wanna do-
Humboldt.
I think it's
Okay?
time,
We're not
Whatever
east
y'all wanna
side,
do.
north side, south side, or west side. We're Humboldt.
I think it's time for a roll call vote on this to accept one of the two. And that's very,
Well, I'm asking you your opinion.
my opinion,
That's right.
I don't get to vote. I just
I know you
voted
don't,
to
I know, but you got no opinion.
you. My opinion, I like saving money.
You like saving money.
I'm not gonna spend nothing if I don't have to.
If you don't have to.
I don't have to, but, you know, it's very clear here, board, I think, I don't want to charge,
Now, when I brought up this stuff some while back about low bid and high bid, didn't nobody want to say nothing about that. But now all of a sudden today, whatever they want to do, well, we do it wrong, bro.
well,
I hope we come back and bite us in the
Question.
butt.
question's been called for. Alderman McNeil, if you would call the roll, and, we will just,
How you want to call it,
Alderman McNeil,
how do you want to call it with the contract?
well, I guess we can use both of their names,
just call off who you want.
and,
Time's sake.
just say Republic Services, yes or no. Rock Solid, yes or no. You just have two columns there. Whoever's get the most votes. I think this may contract, will this contract need 3/4 for the of the board's approval? Can it be 4-1? Can it be 3-2, you think? You think it'd be 3-2? That may be just being on ordinances. All right, so just do a Republic, and a rock solid, okay? And I think we'll just go down, we'll go down the line there, and, y'all vote.
Just
So,
a suggestion, instead of having two votes, can we just say
Just which one we
which
want.
one we want?
That's what
yes, you
Come to
can.
us.
Yes,
Because the others are so confusing.
because I got RP and rock here on my paper. I'm gonna go a left or a right. All right, so Alderman McNeil, hope that was clear. We jumped all over the place on that, but,
Just go with each one.
all right, you can say Republic and everybody,
Okay, Alderman Johnson, Republican, or Ratchet?
Rock solid.
Rock Southern, that's already to KK right here. Okay, Rock Southern.
all right, Alderman Johnson,
Alderman
you
Johnson.
up.
Republic.
Johnson, Republican. Alderman Lady Judah Jones Coleman.
Rock solid.
Alderman Shane Lynch.
Rock solid.
Alderman Leon McNeil, Republican. Alderman Lady Tammy Porter.
Rock solid.
Mayor, Rock Solid got it. I guess you have to get with the peoples and set your tax rate and everything and
Yes, sir.
raise the taxes on the folks.
Board,
They gonna be the first?
no, it won't be a tax. It won't be a tax
It ain't
It
increase.
won't be a tax.
It's
It will
gonna
not
be
be a
raised
tax.
What does that need to do with
It's
taxes?
gonna be raised on the utility bill. It's gonna be $20 more.
That's not tax.
That's not
That's for
I'm just
service.
saying, it's for service, but it's in your utility bill.
It's still service.
It don't matter. It's still gonna be $28 more higher.
Board, we will have
Alderman
the,
John Blankenship, I'm glad you got that thing on, 'cause I want them folks to see in their district, especially in the poor folk down in our district struggling, that they wanna raise the utility bill. I mean, wage thing on, so I hope they see it.
board, Mr.
Hope they
Leon.
see it.
when-
See what
Mr.
people thinking about talking about you for Humboldt. Be for Humboldt, for yourself.
Mr. Leon, when you get through, I got a statement. You keep
Poor
going, I'm fine.
Folks around here, and then you wanna run for office, be the man, but everybody wanna run for office for all this stuff, and then you raising the utility bill up on these poor folks. They might put me out of office, but I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight.
Oh,
I'm gonna fight for y'all. I'm gonna fight for y'all.
all right, Alderman.
Mayor, can I be excused?
No, so we got more stuff
We
on.
got-
I don't care what you got.
Oh, well, can I just say something?
You gonna walk out on the board meeting?
I said, I don't care what you got.
Well,
Okay, Mayor, what you got to say?
okay, board, now, y'all voted, it's very
Yeah,
clear.
it was a fair vote.
And, on this price setting per a month, we will get the price set for you all. We'll get a price breakdown because, this is just breaking even, this price. And there will be a addition, whoever got it, because that's just breaking even. And, we're breaking even now. You got, you cannot, be, funding, the comptroller won't let you, fund a division, in the negative. So there's gotta be something added to that, whoever got it, where we can pay the bill. I think the bill's in a $68,000 range right now, and we probably bring in 67-ish something, so you see, you're gonna have to put a little more money into that to, whoever, to, where we can have a little money to operate on. Because on this here, we got a 77-acre landfill out here that we have to do maintenance on. It's got 35 acres of garbage on it. And, we have to do we've had to put wells on there since, in the last 6 years. We've had to do some maintenance work on it. It's costing us about $5,000 a year, which ain't bad to monitor those wells. The well was $10,000. We had to get it out of the general fund. And so there's a few more costs that's gonna be added to this. So I just don't want y'all having any surprises. It didn't make any difference who got it.
Those costs were still
Those
gonna be
costs are
added.
coming, and we'll get y'all that. We needed something where to start. And we've been very fortunate in the city to have low garbage rates. We really have. And so,
Have we had an increase in the garbage rates in the last 10 years?
We've been, yes, because of the contract. The contract was 5% a year, so we just kept on. We figured it out for 5 years the last time, and we started breaking even with their 5% increases about a year or so ago. It wasn't long because we
So
run out of.
I'm lost there. We added 5% to the very beginning to cover all those years?
No, I'm
and
sorry.
then-
We did not. We set the price in the beginning, and we knew that what we was bringing in, it wasn't, at 5%, it didn't eat up. We didn't go below zero, on profits. So we just, with that 5%, we finally topped out. Topped out up there because if you take the 5% in the front end, we made a little bit more money on the front end, a little more, and then it started running out of money.
So the city was able to supplement it over time?
Just a little bit, not much, not much. Would you say, we're supplementing a little bit right now, and I don't think we're control, but we wanted to wait. We wanted this to come to y'all to see what the price was going to actually be set. So it's going to change on that. So, board, any questions you got? Anything about dumpsters? Anything? All right.
Been asked a while ago. I'm ready to move on to the
All
next
right. So, board, is there any more discussion on the solid waste bid? If not, those in favor of Rock Solid becoming our new solid waste provider, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Mr. Bunton, you're up. We're probably gonna have a few questions. Board, on this first reading of ordinance 2025-05, an ordinance to amend the zoning of the city of Humboldt to revise the allowable uses permissible on appeal in an R4 district. Retail or professional districts to include limited retail upon specified criteria being met. Now, so at this time, do we have a motion
I'll make a motion.
to approve that? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, now, in the discussion, I did bring a city zoning map, if anybody wants to see it and where an R4 is. And it's that orange, not in the middle there, that R4. And that's a big
Bright orange.
chunk of our city. And we have to deal, board, I'm just gonna say this, we deal with that R4 quite a bit because when you get on going east on Main Street, there's residentials and professionals mixed. Now, professional means a licensed business, a hairdresser, a nail, anybody who's got to get a state license from, CPAs, dentists, doctors, and they are, what's that?
Appraisers.
Appraisers, yeah. And so anybody's got to have a state license is the professional they're talking about.
Can you give us some road boundaries or some streets because not everybody can see it and they might tell the area from.
So, Dawson,
Yeah, I'll give you, on Main Street, that's a good one right there. On Main Street, that R4, I guess it starts about where the bank's at and goes east.
Y'all like the maps on the table?
And it goes east and it's mixed. Mr. Bunt, I'd like to ask, on any zone, any zoned area, don't the people have the right to have an appeal anyway?
Well, for a use of property, the use needs to either be one of the permitted uses or one of the uses permitted on appeal. And so right now, in that particular district, drugs, you know, there's, what I've included in the packets for y'all is the uses permitted on appeal. The residential uses are just the permitted uses, the ones on the appeal.
Well, let me ask you this here. This,
No, you
something was
just did the zoning
generated.
district, that's B3.
Something generated this, something generated this to be on the
Right,
agenda.
I was gonna offer a
Yeah,
background on this if I could.
yes, please do.
So, in the R4 district, what you have in your packet, these are all the uses permitted on appeal. So to do any of these uses, you have to get Board of Zoning Appeals approval. And so the yellow is what is being proposed to be added, just one use, a general retail, and it has some criteria. But anyway, the background on this is,
Wait, go back now. What's gonna be added to, the yellow,
I'm in on this sheet,
Oh, okay.
on the
All right,
packet.
I'm-
So I guess yours might be in gray.
Yeah, ours is highlighted in gray.
all right, I thought you were talking about
The
this.
highlighted area.
Highlighted spot.
So what's happened a few times, you know, you have these uses listed and you know, it's mainly residential except on Main Street. And then you've got these commercial buildings. And so there's been a few situations to where a business goes out of business and it's a commercial building, it's not a residential building. And so people want to put in something new, but it's not one of these permitted uses. So I'll just take Duval's drugstore, for instance. That was a drugstore. Drugstores are one of the uses listed. Somebody wanted to do something that wasn't, it wasn't allowed. The BZA let them, they had to get a shared parking agreement, they had to do some other stuff, but they said, okay, we think that would be appropriate. Okay, so they approved that. The next year, somebody wanted to do one in another building, and it was just more general retail, straight up a boutique, and that didn't seem as appropriate. So the BZA basically asked, can we clarify this? Can we say, you know, retail if it meets some conditions, rather than making a judgment call every time somebody comes in to ask for an appeal, and there's no criteria, there's no real grounds to make a judgment call. So this was to provide a little bit of clarity and give them some guidelines if somebody wanted to use one of these commercial buildings.
Can you give us a little bit more background on the Duval building? As to, because the use was gonna be.
It's gonna be a
some
nutrition.
deal, so it kind of lined up with what was there as far as.
It seems similar to the
Seems similar to that, so
drugstore.
that's why they allowed it, but that still hasn't taken place.
They never, you know, as far as I know, that didn't take place. That
Because the
one,
building's
they were-
still vacant.
They were short on the parking, and then, but they, anyway, the neighbor, there's a deal where if you have parking within 400 feet, you can get a parking agreement, and they got that. The other one, though, it was where the Chamber of Commerce is located now. That was an office building, and somebody wanted to use that, it's just straight up retail, and that didn't seem as similar. But
Now, it was a residential house,
Right.
and then it was bought, and they
It was
put the
gonna be an
fence up.
office, I
and-
know, it was approved as an office,
Office.
I don't know if it ever happened, and then it was gonna be, rented as a boutique, and so they're like, that doesn't seem as similar, so they turned it down, but it was just a straight up judgment call, and they're like, we need some criteria to where we can make these calls, and we're not just, you know, just using judgment, and so, and, I mean, really what the Board of Zoning Appeals looked at is they wanted something that wasn't gonna create a bunch of parking spaces. So we kind of went backwards, like something, retail would require 1 space for every 200 square feet. So they said, you know, no more than 10 spaces, so that's where we came up with the 2,000 square feet, and they wanted the parking in the rear. And they felt like if it was limited to a small number of parking spaces, and it was in the rear, and the setbacks lined up with the neighbors, that it wouldn't impact the neighboring properties any more than any of the other uses. So this was a rare case where the BZA actually created this amendment, then it went to the Planning Commission, and they also recommended it because they're required to make a recommendation on any zoning amendment. So it's been to both of them. But anyway, that's the background of this, where this came from.
I know when I was on the BZA board, we actually, was a house on Main Street across from Duval Drugs that they had some kind of bakery in. And they were told they had to park around back. Then they made an agreement with the doctor's office next door to use that parking lot. And,
Right, that's similar to what they were gonna do for the nutrition store that never happened, so.
Is this gonna soften up the R4? I mean, the R4 is a pretty good sized district. Is it gonna soften it up where other business can come in without meeting such, requirements? I mean, I just,
Right.
I haven't seen what your purpose is yet. Is there a business that wants you to
No.
do that?
This is to hopefully solve some issues before the next business comes in and wants to
Yeah.
do something that's not really spelled out in the ordinance.
So we can put a little convenience store with Cokes and whatever, as long as they parked around back and met the setbacks. I'm just asking, I don't,
Yeah, give us an example.
so we could do
Yeah,
that?
General retail would be allowed,
Okay.
yes.
Give us an example. I mean, there's a couple, Duval Drugs is empty.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor's office is empty.
The doctor's office is already allowed
As a professional, but it's empty.
That's, okay.
It's empty, so, if somebody wanted to put a retail store in there, I think that may be a good one. Is this change gonna
Which
give them?
doctor's office are we?
That's where the foot doctor was, on the corner.
Okay, on the corner of 17th and Main.
Because it's empty, and somebody might want to put something in there beside the doctor's office. So would that allow somebody to do that in that business? That's one that's empty now, and if somebody come up here and said, I want to put a
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven in there, will they have to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals?
Oh, yeah.
And,
They
and
probably
get,
wouldn't have enough parking spaces for it.
and it's still gonna be R4?
Right. I think it's saying that any of these commercial uses have to be on an arterial, or, let's see.
This says that you have to, no
Least
parking for
collect.
retail use allowed between the front of the retail structure and the street.
To me, just saying, this is an ordinance, and the ordinance is a law of the city of Humboldt. And for an ordinance to be voted on by this board, they need a little bit better clarification, to me. Now, I may be the dumb bunny here, and y'all all own it, but I don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I just don't get why, if you was gonna put a store in there now, wouldn't you have to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals to ask to have that
Right.
variance?
You would, but it's not really, a store's not really one of the things listed. It was questionable a little bit allowing it before because the retail's not allowed. Only a drugstore is the only retail.
It seems like to me it's just gonna muddy up the water. I don't know, Board.
Now, it also says, in order to do one of these uses on appeal, you have to be on at least a collector status street. So you wouldn't be able to do it on Maple Street or, it has to be on the main road. That's
So it
the limits
would
of-
only affect Main Street, or Mitchell, or Central.
Right. They have to do a site plan and they have to get Board of Zoning Appeals.
Kind of like what happened in Memphis with Union Avenue, when they allowed them to put retail business in. You got a residential, and then you got and they run all the residential off Union Avenue now in Memphis because of that.
Okay.
Not
Not
saying
real
that this
familiar
is
with that.
Memphis or anything
Okay.
like that, but that's one example. of
Yeah, if y'all aren't
what can-
comfortable with it, that's fine. This was just something the Board of Zoning Appeals they just wanted some clarification. And so, we could even work on it some more if there's more safeguards.
Well, I think the board, I'm just saying, I'm speaking out of turn here, but I think they would be, if there's some more clarification to the board, what you're talking about might help. Because if we go with this ordinance, that's the law of the land after the public hearing and the second reading. And I'm not saying nobody's telling a story, but I just can't believe you would go through all of this and not have an example of what you're talking about. Is somebody wanting something that we don't know about? And is this
The
going?
example would be the stuff that they asked for in the last
Monty's
2
on that board.
years, and one of them got approved, one of them didn't, but there wasn't really much guidance on that.
Yeah,
That's the
Monty's on that
example.
board.
And the way I understand it is we trying to clarify for the committees to make a decision.
I'm seeing here that says the Board of Zoning Appeals may attach such conditions to the permit as are necessary to minimize vehicle and pedestrian
Okay.
congestion and to preserve and protect the character of the district in which the proposed use is located. This power shall include the power to require greater setbacks and yard spaces, or yard spaces.
Well,
Then required by
that's
other-
all, that hasn't changed, that was in there already, but that does give
Yeah.
them power to,
Board, are y'all satisfied with this, or y'all want some clarification?
I want some clarification.
I'm
Ms.
satisfied.
Porter, you want some clarification as well? Board,
I'm satisfied.
you're fine?
I'm fine with it.
Well, it's, I guess, Mr. McNeil's got to go to work, so, we can vote, y'all may have to put me under pressure to vote. So at this time, Board, is there any more discussion? I'm gonna just say this, if there's no more discussion, those in favor of such, motion, don't say aye, because, we're good, I'll just do a roll call. Is y'all all right with me do a roll call?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So at this time, we're gonna do a roll call for this first reading of this ordinance 2025-05, in order to amend the zoning of the city of Humboldt. And so, at this time, Alderman Johnson,
Yes.
Judy Coleman,
Yes.
Alderman Lynch,
No.
Alderman Porter,
For or against it.
Oh, no.
you got no, all right, it's a tie. Now, so I'm gonna be able to break a tie. That's about my second tie in 12 years. And the only reason that I'm gonna vote the way I'm gonna vote is because it's just not clear to me. It's just not clear. And when you pass a law for the city of Humboldt, this is a law. A resolution's what it is, but an ordinance is a law. It needs to be clear, Mr. Bunton. There's just something, it's just not, something, you know, if we was in a murder trial, you know, at least you bring me a pistol or a knife up there and say, this is what they used. So.
When you open the door, you can't shut it.
You can't. And so saying this, y'all clarify, bring it back, would you? I'm voting no. All right, on to new business. I've about run out of talk. I've been to a funeral today and I spoke, and it's been a very unique day. So at this time, do we have a motion to approve the March 25th accounts payable report?
Make a motion to approve.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I've just got two questions.
Yes.
On the senior citizens, it says private services. Is that for a tow?
No, that was for some radio communication.
Okay,
equipment
for
they had to
the
add to a van.
Yeah, for the band.
JP, got it.
All right.
And the other one, the last one, is on the Parks Department, Quality Mulch Company.
I think that was for the park.
That, Ms. Porter, didn't Mr. Graves mulch all the 6th Street Park?
And $1,700 worth?
Where is Quality Mulch Company?
And,
That's what I thought, got it.
yeah, Jeff, you
While we
mulched
got it,
6th
I think
Street,
we should-
is that right? Yeah, we got plenty, it's good and high, did a great job.
That's what I got. Why are we buying mulch from Finger, Tennessee?
About right here in town.
190 Sweet Lips Road, Finger, Tennessee.
About right here in town. Right in the county.
I just
Anybody-
asked.
Anybody got any answers of these questions?
That's just my question, is why are we buying mulch from Finger, Tennessee?
We have to pay the cost of getting it here.
Or, yeah.
Mr. Graves, you got any answer?
That's just where I bought it from.
All right, that's it. That's where you bought it from.
Other places.
Do what?
I said I've had good results with them, that's.
All right.
All right.
Did we check other places around within the county?
I didn't know anybody sold it in the bulk of 100.
There's a place headed to
Four
Gaston
Seasons Nursery.
on the right side of the road. There's a nursery over in Milan. There's several places. I'm just asking.
I just
if
asked
we
him.
check prices.
I just seen that, and I've been there, and I know where it's at.
I guarantee you the mulch looked good, though, I saw it.
It does.
It does look
Does
good.
It
Yeah, it
does look good. Y'all did a great job, Jeff, and
That's
y'all
what
did all
I'm saying. I
that.
was curious.
Just so you know, there was a gentleman that offered free mulch back in the fall, and we didn't take it.
But, okay, so, any more questions, board,
No,
on
that
that?
was it.
All right, thank you. If there's no more questions, those in favor of such motion, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. Up next, do we have a motion to approve the 2025 Treasury Report?
I'll make the motion.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion, board? Don't give me a second, I'll move on. If there's no more discussion, those in favor of such motion to approve the March 2025 Treasury Report, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you. All right, board, this is something, the Storybook Trail is something that Jeff is, and Spandy, and the United Way offered us, and I thought it was a great deal. We did, Ms. Porter, did they show up at the bar? They did, and we got that a week or so ago, and we just got it all. We got it all. We were approved that grant. The board, park board, approved it, and tonight this board hopefully approves it as well. So wanted to just give Ms. Mandy and everybody an opportunity just to just tell us what's going on that this book storybook trail. So just
my name is Legan Robertson. I'm the Director of Grants Management and Special Projects with the United Way of West Tennessee. This is my coworker, Mandy Hobson. She is our Student Success Coordinator. And at United Way, literacy is one of our key focus areas because we believe that a literate community is a strong community. And we have been investing in Humboldt for about a year now through our Tutor U program that serves at Stegall Primary School and East Elementary. And East Elementary also participates in our All-Star Readers program. So we've started investing in Humboldt, and as we have started to expand our literacy initiatives, we knew that Humboldt was an area we wanted to focus, just because we know, based on data, that the needs to build literacy scores here are great. So we want to provide all the tools that we can to invest in that. So in December, we had a pretty quick turnaround with a grant application to the Governor's Early Literacy Foundation to establish a storybook trail both here in Humboldt and in Bolivar, at Sand Beach Lake in Bolivar and at Bailey Park here in Humboldt. So we submitted the grant. It was a $5,000 grant. Fortunately, they approved that, and we are very grateful for that. But the storybook trail brings the story to life by putting it on panels that will be lined throughout the walking trail at Bailey Park. You can see pictures in the packet that you received. We have chosen Llama Llama Loves to Read, or Learns to Read, as our book. Our hope is that eventually we will have a storybook trail in every county in West Tennessee that we serve. So we serve 15 counties. We will start with 2, and we have been very fortunate that our grant it's going to extend further than we thought it would, and we think we're going to actually be able to put in a 3rd trail. So we'll have 3 of our 15 counties with a storybook trail, and we love that parents and children can read together, and research shows that that is the best way to help build literacy skills, is to have parents and children reading together. So this is a great tool for that. So as we grow our trails, we will rotate the books throughout the counties. So we chose Llama Llama Loves to Read because it's a series. And we will just rotate different Llama Llama books throughout the region so that kids get to read different books throughout the year. So I'm going to let Mandy share a little bit about the other sponsorships that we've received and the way that we're going to fund this project. So I'll turn it over to you.
So Lashley Rich Building Materials has supplied all the wood that we need for this, as they will be our top sponsor, one of our top sponsors. The Ag Department at the high school is making all of the panels, so they'll also be a top sponsor. And then Centennial Bank and Security Bank and Trust have sponsored $250. So this is free to Humboldt. Y'all will not have to pay anything. So it comes from those sponsors.
And we are committed to maintaining the storybook trail, so that will not be the responsibility of the city of Humboldt either. It is our responsibility as we're putting it in place that we will maintain it. We are partnering with Jeff to actually install the Storybook Trail to make sure that we follow any ordinances around how close it can be to the road and things like that to ensure that that is done correctly. And then the city will invoice us for that so that we can make sure that that price is covered as well.
You said that, are these storybook panels gonna change with the book, or?
So we will start with Llama Llama Loves to Read in the first trail here. We're using Llama Llama and the Bully Goat in Bolivar, so we'll be able to rotate it between those two. And our hope is that at least once a year, we'll be able to rotate it out so that it changes. And then as we grow more storybook trails, we'll be able to rotate with different books so that it's more, like it just changes, so it's not the same book all the time.
Okay, so they would change over a period of time?
Yes, sir.
And would books be available to our students, like at
So-
East and Stegall?
Yes, so we have the WOW Wagon that provides free books to children. We've brought it to a few events in Humboldt. So we partnered with Rainbow Pediatrics a few months ago for an event and brought books. All of the children who participate in Tutor U receive books. So we are absolutely willing to ensure that books get in the hands of kids because that is something we're really passionate about at United Way.
And boy, they, we was running out of time to get this to the park board, and this board, they had to get the grant first, and, before we even brought it up. And, these two ladies, are go-getters. They was out there going to Lashley Rich and the schools and everything to get the materials before we even knew we had the grant. So so we just got it to the park board, I think, last week or whatever, Jeff's been, Thursday night. And so, I believe if this board approves it tonight, the ribbon cutting is gonna be on the 16th of May at Bailey Park. And, y'all should be ready by then, will you say? Because everything's been running everything's running tight on us. And so,
When did the park board
We passed it.
pass it?
yeah. And so, we was running late on getting it to the park board. We just didn't want to bring it up. And they said, oh, they all backed out or didn't get the grant or something, so.
And y'all will maintain it, correct?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really cute. I can just see those kids up there. We got lots of little kids at that park, so.
Question?
All right, Alderman Lynch, I missed the whole thing. At this time, do we have a motion to approve the Parks Department Storybook Trail for Bailey Park presented by the United Way? Do we have such motion?
Motion?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any more discussion?
Nope.
If not, those in favor of such motion do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I can't wait to go up there and see some little babies up there reading those books. And
I like the
so,
llama llama book.
I didn't know nobody no llama llamas.
We better go to the.
We have any,
We have one.
one.
Did he tell you about my-
At this time on our citizen comment, Free Will Outreach and Ministry Missions wants to address the board, and Ms. Essie Barnes and Mr. Ray Ramon. So at this time, y'all got the floor. That's all right. We here all night, Ray. You can sit down, Ray. You don't have to get up. Unless you're gonna be hollering at me and you won't be like up above me or something.
She said, Mom.
I get the mama too, right?
That's it.
On behalf of Humboldt, Tennessee, we come to y'all today just to let y'all know that we are here to make a difference in Humboldt, Tennessee. And we strive to help anyone that doesn't have anything, but other than someone just living out a helping hand. I went up here to I went to Helping Hand today. I fed 4 people that's homeless because they don't feed people on Mondays. This is what we do.
I've been in and out of prison my whole life. I got back here in 2015. And Gina been my major support. I mean, I'm telling you, she's like my mom. I done restored many houses here in Humboldt. I come home with $200. And I'm worth over $1 million something right now today. It's been 9 years. And I'm not bragging on that. But I know how hard work pays off and it saves a community. This community, I'm gonna give you 2 words. You can say gerrymandering or you can say redlining. But here it is, we got flooded out down here on this street here. No one came to help us. No one.
That's right.
We gotta get dumpsters. They got my trucks trying to haul stuff off. But something has to be done. I got a piece of land right here. That land right there, you see that green grass? That's mine. You telling me it's commercial, then you say it's residential, but then you got a house right here that you were charging for a commercial, but it's residential, I got another house over here. Something gotta change. If we caught up on racism right now here today, that just tells me how stupid you are. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Because there's only one race, and that's the human race. We gotta do something to change this. I'm trying to get this lot, you got that lot sitting here, you got another lot, you got another lot over here. We started building back that way and this way, but nobody's helping the inner city. The inner city is right here. This community is struggling. You ought to be ashamed how you got so many folks stand up here. I just say the guy that was working at my job, I work at Bonegard Creameries. I got a guy who was paying $480 a week. A week. And he came to me. He said, what I need, he said, Ray, I'm tired. I'm struggling, I can't do it no more. So I tell you what, I'm not gonna sell this house. I'm coming to get you out that hotel. I prayed about it and took him out that hotel. He paying $480 a week. You can bring in all the businesses that you want to, but where they gonna stay? We gotta do something. I'm serious, we gotta do something. Where they gonna stay? You want people to move into Humboldt, where they gonna stay? We got a big problem. I don't claim to be nobody, just a man that just brought up here in Humboldt. I ran the baseball field over here. They used to take me to Nashville and everywhere else. But the school and the bank I played for was Merchant State Bank before it became Regions Bank. That's why I played. I played football, baseball, and basketball, but something has got to change. And y'all gonna talk about my mother? She's trying to make a difference, and I tell her to let it go. Give it up. Because they running your name through the mud. That Joe over there, that's like my brother right there. I'm serious. Me and Marvin, I'm serious, man. Me and Marvin, we go back and forth all day long.
I got you an address too, by the way.
I mean, this has had to change, man. It gotta change. We didn't get caught up in all of the policies, being on the certain agendas, but somewhere along the line, you got to be willing to go on the other side of the track. If you can't do that, then you can't change this up here. We talk about when you're in a struggle, but don't nobody want to get in the mud with you.
That's right.
I mean, all of us got struggles.
That's right.
Who gonna get in the mud with you?
Nobody.
And I'm fed up with it. I am. Now he telling me he finna leave. I hate to see him go. I do. But right now, we got flooded out down here. And all we looking for is some help. And we just asking. What can the city of Humboldt help us do? That's all we ask.
We have our 501c3, and we have our state papers. We have, if you wanna see them in our tax exempt papers. I know that was what was asked. Do you have this? Do you have your, are you state? I said, yes, we have it. But still, nobody came up to help us. Even years before, when we got flooded in 2010, they told us, the grant service that the FEMA had, they said it'll be over $3 million to get everything back that we lost before. But some churches got together and they helped us to build back. And then, in this flood right here, we lost everything. I've been all over Humboldt, letters, trying to get people to help us. Still no help. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, people told me you ought to let it go. I did let it go one time, but see, it ain't up to people. It's up to God, to the man upstairs. He said he asked everybody for help. All people that been through what I've been through, and still going, and even worse. What did they say? People don't have time. People don't have time to see about our brothers and our sisters when we fall. And I tell you, Humboldt, Tennessee, God planted us here. I had some counties that asked me to come. I said, that ain't what God said. I don't know why. I know the mayor's office so many times, you know, we don't want y'all here. We don't want you here. We don't want them folks coming into our city. I've heard that so many times.
Yeah, they strung out on drugs.
Yeah, when they strung, but when they graduate from the program and get their paperwork, they want to stay in Humboldt and get a job.
Pay taxes.
You'll be surprised how many people out there are Tyson, how many people Jones Manufacturing, how many people the different factories around here, and different restaurants. They have graduated the program and got them a job, got their children back, their houses back, got cars, call me all the time. Miss Essie, I'm doing good. You know, I go to church and I take care of my kids, and you know, and I'm off probation and all of this stuff. So I feel like it's a blessing for us to be here. But why? I asked the city of Humboldt and the board, why we don't get the help? Everybody else come in, they get help. And I've been here for over 25 years, Mayor. Well, we can't get no help. Sister over there, she helped us get what you call it, a roller?
The dumpster.
The dumpster. She came twice, she helped
My
us
other
get.
mama.
Yeah. And then she helped us get another one today because it was full. And still, we got stuff all in the building still. Pews and everything that need to be taken out. We don't even have man help. We don't have it no more. I had to use these ladies to come help me. But I'm saying, I got my paperwork. I got everything done that need to be done. We need finance. They cut our lights off today down there at the thrift store. I took my paper down there and I talked to the man, Mr. Brown down there. I called him and I talked to him. I begged and begged and begged until I got up over $1,000. I took it down to the utility company. I paid what I could pay. And then she said, you have one more bill that you need to pay it, $400-something. Then we have another bill
The women's
that's
shelter and the
88.
men's shelter.
And the women and men and the thrift store. And the church, we even put a little church down there for our client. So when they go to y'all churches, our churches, they know not to get up and walk. They know not to bow your head. You know, when you pray, oh yes, pray, you know, in yourself. They know all these things now, not to walk. You know, because all churches have their rules too. But by us, I'm putting myself in the category too, been doing this over 30-something years. But by us getting our life together, we have rehabilitation programs. You people, they do the best they can with what they got. We have people down there that don't have no income. Said, don't get people. One problem I had with the mayor before, he said, I just want you to get the people in Gibson County, Humboldt. I told him, I said, God didn't tell me to do this. God told me to help. Just help people that need help, no matter where they come from. So I had people come all the way from up the state of Iowa, all the way from Wisconsin, just different places come in, they get their certificate, and they leave. Trying to fix a place now for a woman with 2 or 3 little children, so they can have somewhere to go. If y'all ain't never been out there in the cold, you don't know how it feels like. For people sitting on the park bench at night, don't have nowhere to go up to the park at night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Sit up there at the park bench, don't have nowhere to go. That's our job, is to help these people. I mean, what happened to them? Some of them ain't out there because they high. Ain't out there because, they out there because their families said, you can't stay with me. They get to fighting, get, arguing and stuff, police come, keep one and put the other. They called me, Miss Cecily, I need help right now. I mean, right now here. And then I said, well, I went to the city. I need their help. I just need help. That's all I'm asking.
That's all we ask.
Can you help?
We're not asking for nothing financial. All we asking is don't hinder us from moving forward. I sit here, I got a duplex. They say her name was Dorothy Claybrook or whoever she is. I own 4 properties right there. And the worst thing I ever had to do, I went and got a lady out of a hotel. She had 7 children. They stair stacked. 7 children staying in a hotel. I went and got them out the hotel. They caused a problem with me and my wife. Why are you helping them? Because God told me to. And I'm sorry to even say that. I put them over here in my duplex. She didn't give me nothing. She stayed there for 3 months, paying $80-something a night in a hotel, bouncing around. 7 children. We just here to try to make a difference.
We thank
And we
y'all.
just need some help.
We thank y'all for being here tonight. We did work you in on as an agenda item, okay?
Yes, sir.
We did, and I know Miss Gina, y'all probably talked to her today. Did you had any contact with? Today with Mr. Ramon? Or Mr.
No.
So, Board, we appreciate you being here tonight. We wanted to give you some time. Yes, ma'am.
I talked with FEMA because I have property down there, I also got a
Yes,
flood.
you down there too?
I'm down there too. And FEMA was supposed to be getting back with us. Mr. Graves, he's supposed to be getting back with us. They're waiting on disaster, some kind of disaster.
They saying something, they
Yes,
telling us something was not filed up here.
Yeah.
Ms.
I don't
Tammy,
know who's supposed
could
to
I?
know it. They saying something was not filed here.
I was told, never mind, I ain't gonna say
Ms.
that.
Tammy, can
Anyway,
Can
I
I?
got with the guy over in Trenton,
Yeah.
he's supposed to be getting back with us
y'all go
as far as that area down there.
All right.
Cause I got some water in my place too.
All right.
Yeah, but you have my number, please.
All right, we thank
We just
y'all.
need some help.
We thank y'all, and I hear you, okay?
All right.
All right, if, Board, if there's nothing else to talk about, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Got a second? We adjourn.